For today, just as a quick reminder and beginner, if you like my content, my videos, please don't be afraid to like, subscribe, share this information. It's very integral that we put as much good information out there as possible. And I just want to encourage you guys to please feel free and comfortable to share this content, share this message, and watch this message as much as possible. Comment down below. Also, you can email all things wonderful 7777 at gmail.com. If you have anything you want to discuss, if there's any information or topics you want me to touch base on in my next videos, please feel free to do that. Honestly, I have not done a consultation yet, but if you would like to begin doing, private consults, I'm also open to doing that with you guys. Um, just briefly, I wanted to get into, like, I know in my last video, I said something like stagnant. And I did not mean stagnant in that sentence. I meant stigmatic. Because I'm growing in my terminology and my knowledge, and so I want to make these corrections so that it doesn't look bad on my behalf. Like, she don't know what she talking about. Did she just say stagnant? Like, I don't want that. And then, I said like the person you believe in when I really meant the God you believe in, you know. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And what I want us to start doing is, you're probably wondering why she's waiting to go to the next slide or just waiting here. Before I start talking, I want us to start taking the time to just, meditate, just clean our energy out to make sure it's clear and ready for the message that I'm about to give or that you are about to receive. So I'm going to start doing, as long as I remember this, is to just start to have just some silence at the beginning of my videos to where we can ground ourselves and center ourselves and clear out all of that negative energy, so that we are all more able to receive the message that's being given better. So if you could just take some deep breaths in and out. And I kind of like this video because I didn't realize at first how the petals on the flowers kind of breathes in with us. You know how it goes in and out. So that's kind of cool. I just noticed that. So let's go ahead and get into it. The topic of this message today is called the revelation. And I was kind of all over. I have so many things that I want to touch base on. And I did want to dig deeper into those topics because I might have one idea, two ideas, and they're all sporadic. But when I think deeper into it, kind of takes me a little bit more time to develop a deeper topic. I'm sorry, that's my rabbit. If you hear something in the background, that's my rabbit getting water. He's I just found out it's a boy. This whole time we got it when it was a baby. So when they're that young, you really can't tell what gender they are unless if you really, really look. And he's really skittish. So this whole time I thought, he was a girl, Reese, or Reese's. And then we came back from our trip just to discover it's not a girl, it's a boy. So yeah, now I'm stuck in the house. I have 4 boys in the house now. But anyway, let me get back on topic. The revelation. And I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the concept of the awakening, or what they call the Great Awakening. Everybody's becoming more and more awakened. The Great Awakening, it's made to seem like this wonderful, fantastical thing. But there's so many things that comes into play with the Great Awakening. And it's not as easy and as thrilling and as fantastic as people make it out to be, or it may seem to be from the outside in. And there's so many things, so many ways I can go about talking about the Great Awakening. So many concepts and subjects and ideas come along with the Great Awakening. But I wanted to focus on is, your ability to see beyond the veil, beyond the mask. And honestly, it can be very disappointing once you see that. A lot of people can disappoint you. Even people who you once looked up to or thought were highly awakened, you grow to realize, okay, these people also have flaws too. What I've come to realize, if you watch a person long enough, if you listen long enough, you start to also see the flaws in them as well. You start to see certain spirits that they are fighting with and certain demons that they are fighting with. A lot of times we are looking for that perfect person, the one with all the answers, or the one who thinks exactly like you, acts exactly like you. A lot of times you think, well, if they're so awakened, they're not doing it like this. This is how I would do it. Then something's wrong with them. They're missing something. And yeah, if you watch a person long enough, if you listen to what they say long enough, you will start to find that person's demons that they are dealing with. And that's not to say there's nothing wrong with that. There's no perfect being in this world. No one's perfect. We're all fighting something. But that is a reality that you will come across. And so to dig in a little bit deeper into that topic of, if you watch someone long enough, if you listen long enough, you will find out more about that person. And it's not always good. It's not always good things that you find out about that person. And this can relate in any type of situation in a relationship, in a marriage, you know, in your family dynamics, in your religious settings, you know, even in the workplace. Once you're around a certain person or a group of people long enough, you start to find the defects in them. But then you also start to see their high points too. For me personally, on my behalf, I can say that I'm definitely not perfect. I have issues or, you know, problems that, you know, I struggle with on a daily basis. But the thing is, now that I'm aware of them, so now I can better work on them. I'm open to hearing suggestions. I'm open to fixing my flaws. A lot of people are not open to fixing their flaws. They don't want to believe they have anything wrong with them. They don't want to believe that they are an imperfect being. I can say on my behalf, my problem is some people may see it as a little bit of ego. I see it as I'm so awakened and I've experienced so much that it's really hard for me to trust someone. It's extremely hard for me to open myself up to someone new because of all that I know. And that could come off as being egotistical. I've learned to kind of live life as a hawk. I'm a hawk because I could be patient and I could just watch you, listen to you for a really long time and you not even know it. But that's me trying to find out and figure out who you are. And that's just me. I've been that way for a long time. Like for a lot of people, they always thought I was so quiet. You know, I was always that quiet person, you know, and that's just me trying to figure out who you are, figuring out what's the defects and what's the power, you know, how I should, you know, interact with you, how I should maneuver around you and things like that. And that's just kind of how I've always been. And so everyone has flaws to them. No one's perfect. But in everyone, there's always some truth in them too. That's why I'm always, my senses are always open. I'm always open to hear someone out, whether I agree with them or I don't agree with them. Whether I believe they're doing it in a sincere way or they're not doing it in a sincere way, I will always hear them out because I can always, not always, but more often, more so than not, these days, is pinpoint the truth in it. And so I'm always investigating every situation, everything someone has to say, because I'm always looking for that piece of truth. And this is what I'm encouraging for all of us to do, is don't be so closed off in our ears, in our senses, in our ability to navigate between fiction and nonfiction. I feel like this is a really big skill to have because not everyone tells the truth. A lot of people, I'm gonna just be outright with you, lie and are liars. And because of this, we have to be able to navigate through the lies to find the truth. But in the end, everyone has something to bring to the table. We can all learn a lesson or some type of concept or idea from someone. And it's not for us to be so closed off to them or that. So there's something else that was like just kind of on my mind too, is that, you know, you can't always trust what you see. There's a saying, actions speak louder than words. In this reality, you have a lot of people who, I like to look at it as this. There's a lot of people who are advocating for the poor while also stealing for the poor at the same time. And you can look at this at any aspect of life and living. And I'm going to say this again. There's a lot of people who are advocating for the poor while also stealing from the poor. And you can do this for you can say this for the awakened people. You can say this for the impoverished population, the Black community, you know, different aspects. But this is a universal concept and it happens every day. And so that is why I am encouraging you to open up your senses to be able to distinguish truth from lies in everything, but also be open to hearing people out because they do hold pieces and bits of truth. So we can all learn from everyone. We can learn from anybody, from any situation, from any person, from anything you experience in life. Life is just, and I said this last week or a few days ago or yesterday, life is just a test. This is a test run. And it is for us to gain as much knowledge as we can. And through knowledge comes strength, comes purpose, comes perseverance, comes a lot of things. But we can learn a whole lot from people. Even in their stories, even in the midst of their lies, you can learn something. You can learn how to lie. You can learn how not to lie. You can learn how, you know, you don't like liars. You know, you can learn how to catch someone in a lie. There's so many things you can learn from people and find bits and pieces of truth. And I'm gonna end with this because, you know, I really didn't want to go long today, but it's that concept that's in the Bible that the Most High will divide the wheat from the tare. And that is what the Most High is calling for his believers to do, is to also learn that concept of dividing the wheat between the tare. And the only way you can do that is through your own investigation. It's through you opening up your mind, your eyes, your ears to be able to hear people out. Do your own private investigation to find out where that person stands, or not even, it doesn't even have to be a person, whatever issue, topic, you know, really anything. So I am going to leave y'all with that. I'm sending y'all much love, peace, light, blessings to begin the week off. Again, if you'd like to email me, if you just want to send out a hello, how are you doing? Or if you would like me to go in on another topic, feel free to email me or comment below. Remember to like and subscribe. My email is allthingswonderful7777@gmail.com. God bless y'all and namaste.